Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to your reading for the second half of December 2018. This is your love reading, by the way, for the second half. I will have financial readings coming out in just a couple of days as well for the second half. Also, I go live every single day at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you want to catch me live, I answer questions, everything. Make sure to subscribe, hit the bell notification icon. You can catch me live. But let's see what's going on for you. I'd say more of the same for you, Gemini. I feel like it's a really good time for you to date. I feel like you are coming off as very attractive at this time. This has been coming up for you for a couple of months as well, that you are very attractive, that people want to date you. Card is socializing as well. So I feel like it would be a good time for a lot of you to just date, which is true for a lot of signs really, but definitely you, because again, it comes up for you all the time. But I feel like you are again, I feel like also in the future that a lot of you will be attracting somebody who is very attracted to you as well. Again, sometimes that matters. We want to know if our partner is like actually attracted to us or not. So I feel like the answer here is yes with this card here. I feel like some of you could be dealing with jealousy as well if you're in a current relationship. Again, you could be getting a lot of attention and that could be making your partner jealous. I would say just ignore it. This is a card of ignoring jealousy. So that's what I would say to you there. Next, you have the Seven of Hearts and the Nine of Clubs. Yeah. I feel like you will be attracting somebody who you want to have a family with, for some of you, if you want to have a family. If you don't, then this would just represent attracting somebody who is stable. Basically somebody who stays around, who's not going to leave, who's not a player, any of that stuff. So it just represents kind of attracting a very stable type of person. Nine of Clubs, again, card of dating. So it just represents a lot of opportunities. You have two nines now so far without clarifying the rest of the cards. So I feel like there could be a lot of opportunity coming in for you as well. As far as dating is concerned, I feel like dating would be really good for you. I feel like this card here, sometimes it can represent wearing a mask, not seeing the true person, like on the other side. So I feel like for some of you, you could have been with somebody where you couldn't like just figure out what they were or who they were in a lot of ways. So that could have been a challenge with the Seven of Hearts. And some of you could be meeting a new person who is just kind of more reserved or on the reserved side. It's not that they're a liar or anything like that. They probably just don't open up as quickly. So definitely keep that in mind. Next, you have the Nine of Diamonds, a change. And Seven of Clubs. Yeah, everybody's been getting this card this month. So trying to escape from limiting situations. This has actually been coming up for a lot. For even in the dailies, this card comes up quite a bit. But this card here says you need to move forward into the future. This card is a card that says let go of past relationships as well. So again, if you're stuck on a past relationship, this card says let them die, basically. It's a card called the Coffin. And on most Lenormand decks, the coffin is closed with the Nine of Diamonds. So it says you need to open that door, slam it behind you, and start moving forward. This is a card of an upgrade. Something better coming in for you. But it's like if you hold on to the past, you're just going to stay stuck in that coffin. You're not going to create this beautiful new life. So I'd say it's time for you to get unstuck. Both of these cards. This card of being trapped in prison as well. So I feel like it's time for a lot of you to remove yourself from one of those situations. I'm also getting that some of you could be meeting somebody who was stuck for a very long time. So again, that might be why they're more reserved, why they're not opening up to you right away. So like I said, just take your time there. Next, you have the Ace of Clubs and the Four of Spades. Yep, I feel like this is fourth position to me is always a challenge in love readings. I don't really use positions or layouts or spreads. I just read intuitively. But I generally, as a general rule, I use the fourth position as a challenge. Challenge somebody healing, somebody moving on. It basically is what it is. So again, some of you might have someone who comes in to your life and looking at these cards, they look really good. You could be very attracted to them, but maybe the time isn't right. Or maybe they're just coming off of a breakup or they're trying to heal in some way. This could, of course, also be you that is trying to heal in some way, but, the energies can go both ways. Next, you have the Ace of Clubs here. Again, dealing with somebody who might not be sure if they want to make a full commitment. This card is called the Ring, literally represents a ring coming in for you. So it could represent marriage, engagement, whatever. But coming up in the challenge position, it says that this person maybe isn't sure what they want to do right now. Or again, if you're in a relationship, maybe the person you're with isn't ready to commit just yet. Maybe they are kind of like taking their time and, all this other stuff. So I would just say take your time. Don't try to rush things right now. And finally, not finally, but next you have the Joker and the Five of Spades. Yeah, I feel like you will take the risk with this person. For some of you, I feel like this is going to happen this month. For others of you, I feel like this could happen over the next few months where you kind of attract somebody who is kind of a little bit wounded. I feel like ultimately you, Joker, this is you, Gemini. I feel like you decide to take the risk. I feel like you say, you know what? I'm just going to try it and see what happens with this person. And the Joker is kind of just also like the Fool card in the tarot. It says you are going to jump with this person. I feel like there's attraction there. And again, if you're single, I feel like this person is coming in and you will be very attracted to them, Queen of Clubs, and they will be attracted to you. But again, they might be a little standoffish or whatever, afraid to commit. But I feel like you're going to take the risk, and I feel like it'll be good for you. For others of you, this could be you leaving a relationship, and that just opens up your love life. Joker is a card of dating multiple people. So again, some of you, and this is coming up in a very positive position, by the way, so maybe some of you feel stuck in your current relationship. You could be leaving and just moving forward and dating a lot of other people. Maybe it frees you up in some way with this Joker. And finally, you have the Eight of Diamonds and the King of Hearts. Yep, so love returning into your life. Eight of Diamonds says pay attention to past cycles. I think this came up for Taurus as well, or somebody. I can't remember who. But Eight of Diamonds says, you know, are you attracting the same type of person? Like, this card wants you to look at why you keep attracting the same type of person into your life. And, you know, I always call it unfinished business. If we are constantly dating the same type of person, it's probably because it's about us, not about them. We probably haven't finished some sort of karmic lesson in our lives. So the example I always give is like, you know, say like years ago you had a bunch of debts or something like that, and it was really, really challenging. Maybe you keep attracting people who have a bunch of debts, and it's like the universe saying, like, hey, remember when this happened? Now, you know, you need to relive this again because it's unfinished business. Maybe you didn't finish the process when you had a bunch of debts. That's just one example. There are like a billion other things that could be going on here, but I feel like you need to look at those things because, again, these people could be popping in to remind you of what you want to avoid. And it also says if that's happening, it's time to change the cycle. It's time to pick a different type of person, or just look at it. Like I said, sometimes this card just represents attention. It says if you can sit down and say to yourself, oh my god, I keep having these people who come in with a bunch of debts, and you can just pay attention to that. Just simply drawing your attention, the universe is like, oh, they realize what the problem is, so we're going to bring in the right type of person. So I feel like this is talking about that type of change. King of Hearts, everybody's been getting the King of Hearts this month, so really good love, very nurturing, very caring type of energy here, and a very good person to be with. So I feel like a lot of you could be having a very good person who will come in that will be a good relationship for you as well. For some of you, I feel like you could meet this person at work, just looking at these cards here. I also feel like some of you will be dating. Of course, we've talked about that a lot. Could be online dating as well, 2 7s. So online dating might be a good idea for some of you. And for others of you, again, I would say if you're in a relationship, you know, these cards say just kind of like take your time with that person, especially if you want them to commit right now and they're not willing to. Maybe you want to get married, they don't. Maybe they want to get married, you don't. These cards just kind of say go with the flow in a lot of ways, which comes up for Gemini all the time. So that looks good to me, Gemini. Thank you for watching and enjoy the rest of your month.